I have always loved adventure. I love taking risks. It's why I thought as a 47-year-old Black woman, I could open a tech startup in Houston, Texas, right? Who does that? But I want to go back a little further in my career and share a story with you. Because I was always so open to taking risks, when I was approached to join the commercial real estate industry, I jumped at it. And why was it risky? At the time, commercial real estate was 1/2 of 1% any ethnic minority. Not Black, any ethnic minority. They had a few more women, but not many. So I was a unicorn wrapped up in a leprechaun sitting next to a puffle snuff. But I did it. And I wish I could tell you it was easy. It wasn't. You probably have heard the term microaggressions, and it sounds like politically correct gobbledygook, but I lived it. I lived it every day. I remember a time when we all were sitting in cubicles in a pod, and one of the senior brokers came out and invited every single person around me to lunch and left me sitting there. I had a coworker that called my clients and told them that I wasn't up to snuff to do this job, and they'd be better served if they took over their deal. It wasn't fun. It wasn't, the ideal experience. And one story comes to mind that is probably the most impactful and really shaped and kind of embodies the way I think about the entire world. One of the highest ranking brokers in our office called me in and he said, Denise, I like you. No conversation ends well that starts with, Denise, I like you. Okay? And he said, I like you. You're probably one of the smartest people in this office. You might be the smartest in the whole joint, but I gotta tell you, a Black person can't make it in this business. You should learn to make the flyers and the banners like the marketing girl. You're so creative. Everybody needs flyers and banners. Now, you can imagine, I had a bit of a reaction to that. And I had a choice. The obvious reaction is anger, right? Flip the table over, curse them out, yell, scream. I would have earned that. Because microaggressions are cumulative. They pile up, and you hit a day where you just don't feel like it anymore. So that reaction would have been entirely appropriate. My second choice was to cry, because it's hurtful. Sometimes, in a sense, we're more ready for the white hoods and the racial slurs than we are for candy-coated racism. Racism wrapped up in the cloud of kindness and a bless your heart. The tyranny of low expectations. It's devastating. So I had my choice. What am I gonna do? Which am I gonna choose? And I'll tell you what I chose. I chose me. I chose my goals, my dreams, my objectives. See, I figured out long ago that there are always going to be people that want to take you off track from what you're here to do. They may have good intentions, they may not. But the point is, you have to be laser focused on what you are trying to have happen in the world. I wasn't here to raise this 60-something-year-old man. I wasn't here to change his mind about Black people or about women. I was here to reach my goals. If I had gotten angry, I would have been the angry Black girl. You know that trope, that meme. And if I had cried, I would have validated, women just aren't cut out for this business. So it's a hard lesson, hard earned. but it's one I share with you because I want to challenge you. That you remain laser focused on what you want to do. And you refuse to allow anyone to take you off track from your objectives. One of my favorite heroes is Jackie Robinson. And we think that Jackie Robinson was famous because he was a great baseball player. The truth is, there were several baseball players that were exactly his same level of incredible ability. Jackie had a different superpower. Jackie kept his cool. He understood that if you lose your temper, you lose your power. If you lose your cool, you lose your control. You lose your control of the situation. So my challenge to you is never let them distract you. Like Jackie, instead of making a point, let's make history. Thank you.